The storm outside rattled the old windows of Cambridge University Library. Rain poured down the stone walls, making the world outside blur into a sheet of gray. Inside, the library was hushed, except for the occasional cough of a student buried in finals week. Alex Carter didn't want to be here. He should have been at the coffee shop with his friends, or at least working on his history paper. But Maya Patel, his best friend since freshman year, had dragged him into the basement stacks. "Come on," she whispered, her flashlight beam sweeping across the cracked shelves. "Nobody ever comes down here. It's like the forbidden zone." Alex rolled his eyes. "Yeah, because it smells like dead trees and mold." But then his light caught something unusual, a wooden chest tucked between two broken filing cabinets. Its lock was rusted, the lid slightly ajar. Dust coated everything except the faint glimmer of gold embossing on what looked like a leather-bound book. Whoa! Alex knelt down and pulled the book free. The leather was cracked, its corners chewed by time, but the embossed symbol on the cover, a compass rose encircling a quill, was still visible. "What is it?" Maya asked, peering over her shoulder. Alex flipped it open. The first page bore elegant, faded handwriting. "To the friend who will find these words in another age, our story is not over. If you are reading this, then history has chosen you to carry it forward." The words made the hairs on Alex's arms rise. "Creepy," Maya muttered. "Looks like some pirate curse." But Alex frowned. "Wait, look at this." He turned the page. The next entry began with, "Delhi, year of our Lord 1710. "Delhi? As in India?" "Yeah, and look," Alex read aloud, "the court of Emperor Bahadur Shah still shines with music and poetry, but shadows grow at the edges of the empire. My friend and I, we tried to believe friendship could outlast the pull of power, but history is a cruel test." They exchanged a glance. This could be huge," Maya whispered. "Alex, this isn't just someone's notes. This looks like first-hand accounts of history." Alex smirked. "Well, guess my history paper just got a lot more interesting." But deep inside, he felt a strange pull. The handwriting seemed alive, as though the author was speaking directly to him across centuries, and the word that kept repeating, "friend," echoed in his mind.
The city smelled of roses and smoke. Rosewater perfumed the courtyards of noblemen, while smoke curled from the iron forges of armorers and the clay ovens of street vendors. The traveler who wrote the diary, his name signed at the bottom of the first entry, was Jonathan Whitfield, a young Englishman, barely 19, son of a merchant who had crossed oceans chasing fortune. But Jonathan wasn't alone. His dearest companion was Araf Khan, a Delhi-born scholar's son, about the same age. The two had met by accident in the bustling market of Chandni Chowk, where Jonathan, overwhelmed by the noise and colors, had nearly been trampled by a bullock cart. Arav had pulled him aside just in time, laughing at the pale foreigner who looked both terrified and fascinated by everything. From that day, their friendship grew like an unlikely thread woven between two different worlds. Jonathan's diary described it vividly. "I spoke Urdu, Persian, even some Portuguese with merchants. I spoke broken Hindustani and relied on his wit to bargain for food. Yet in friendship, we spoke one tongue. We both dreamed of a world wider than the walls of any empire."